Ada. Ido.
How are you?
Correct.
And then out on the left, on the other side of the river, you might be able to make out a few buildings. That's the Water Peak Station. That's where the TSS Earnshaw, the white steamship, goes backwards and forwards. Yeah, and the reason they used the Earnshaw for so long was because of areas like this. Obviously the roads had to be cut into the cliff. Alexandra, they're quite a lot drier again. They've got a really good environment for stone fruit, so they grow a lot of fruits out of that area.
How we doing? All good? Alrighty. It's going to be a bit eventful out there this morning. You can see the dustbin down the river here. It's a graded river system where the water comes up, covers all the river bed there, and the river drops, the settlement and the silt dries on the river bed, and then the wind comes. National Park begins. Roughly around down here. So up to your right there, this is what we call the Mount Earnshaw mountain range. Turret Peak up the top there. Turret Peak's about 2,480 metres high. Quite high up there. Still a bit of snow lingering on up there as well. As we wake our waterfall. That's open. About 45 kilometres. We've gained about 200 metres in altitude.
Nugget right here is about 70 years old. It's a 24-year-old that put my life in perspective. Not this whole big guy right here, just this wee little nugget. So they do start out, these are beech trees, they do start off quite slow growing, as we can see. And they will get a little growth spurt later on in life. There's two main kinds of beech trees we're going to see. A trap for a stoat. Stoats are similar to weasels and ferrets. It goes weasel, stoat, ferret. No, too big. Ferret. There we go. Getting some pretty crazy ferrets in New Zealand. You can always find traps around in this area because they've got this blue piece of plastic on nailed to the tree, just as a little warning, a little heads up. Now the reason we have to kill stoats is because they are pretty Now Australia has beaten New Zealand in only one regard when it comes to rugby, and that's that they were able to fit 27 of their Australian rugby players in that hole. Kiwis, unfortunately, were not able to, and that's because we have big old Aussie guys. But, you know, Australian scrawny guys, they can fit in there. So if we can fit 27...
It's, I guess, based on just previous trees that have fallen. Yeah, once the trees have been taken down, you can find the rings on the inside. But yeah, it's, I mean, this could be 800, this could be 1200.
Yeah, I was told that actually they rot from the inside out.
They do, yes. So it
And
makes it kind of hard to...
presumably is why.
Yeah.
Is that you don't leave open. And how much of your beach forest is that?
I'm not sure. I mean, the Mount Aspiring National Park.
is what we call a giant's chair. A lot of movies were filmed around here, but most famously it is Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Now, they all had actors that were about this size. They needed the hobbits to look kind of this size, and the wizards to look about this size. So, in order to do that, they gave, you know, Frodo a very tiny or a very large cup, give Gandalf a tiny cup, put Gandalf nice and close to the camera and Frodo far away. Anything to mess with your idea of perspective. They also had these chairs, though. So when you sit nice and tall up at the front, you look like a great big old wizard. And when you move all the way to the back, all the way to the back, you look like wee little hobbits. Now Peter Jackson, you can sit up. Now Peter Jackson thought, there we go. Peter Jackson thought that his chairs were very valuable. What's your name? Henry. Thanks for being my model, Henry. You did a really good job.
Oh, I just want to keep taking pictures of it. So cute. Okay, we should continue on back. Got a microphone on the way. A scene we're going to drive by later is also about Boromir. This is when Sean Bean's character, Boromir, gets killed by the Uruk-hai in the end of the first out here filming The Hobbit. Now along with more Lord of the Rings, along the Dart River, we have Isengard. Now Isengard was actually only about 3 meters wide and 2 meters tall, and is a little sound studio in Wellington. But to film the surrounding scenes, they stuck some pegs, some markers in the river. 5 years ago, they became landlocked. Over the years, sediment was pushed up the rivers and actually landlocked these little lagoons. Nowadays, they're just a really good habitat for our native bird life. They don't have...
The one up on the hill on the left here, left front, that's for sale. It's come on the market recently. 35 million and you can have it. If you want somebody to do the deal for you, I can do that. Miserable. Oh, sorry.
I had to make a video of this.